Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I am the Maize Man. Before we get started, hit that like button. Share this with your friends and family on social media and abound. And of course, subscribe. Today, exciting news. Michigan picks up a huge 4-star interior offensive lineman, beating out the likes of Alabama to do so. We're going to talk about that, and I'm going to tell you why I'm mad, all that, and of course, I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully, but disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans, poor little bro, them. And I'm going to tell them why I'm mad. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, the other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset. First things first, I'm going to tell them why I'm mad. Take a look at this. Somebody come look at this.
And I'm going to really hurt your Michigan fans by telling you, your brand really ain't a blue blood. Like, the only reason it's a blue blood is because of Ohio State. It's the sole reason.
You played yourself.
Take that back. I'm really pissed off.
This person goes by the name TG. She's on Mello and Dev's YouTube channels. I guess she does a show, her and you can see Sean Schrock there. They do a show together, I guess, from time to time, whatever. Anyway, I go over there to support my guys. Mello is my guy. Dev is my guy. Schrock is my guy. Friend of the channels. All of these guys, right? I go over there to show some support. I'm in the comment section talking my talk, of course, representing Michigan, go blue. And then she spews that nonsense. And I have to be like, okay, pardon my back. Because if we are not going to deal in a shred of reality, there has to be a modicum of reality in the conversation, or we are just talking to talk. And I feel like that's what young TG did here, because what? She goes on to say that Michigan's 1997 national title team won an irrelevant national title. Ladies and gentlemen, point me to the irrelevant national titles. Who has won an irrelevant national title? If you're not Oregon trying to take credit for a national title last year, or you're not UCF trying to take credit for a national title, a few years back, where are the irrelevant national titles kept? Does the NCAA, in their record books for that year, have an irrelevant next to Michigan's national championship? AP, whoever it is, right? What are we talking about anyway? I'm not going to spend too much time on this right now because we're definitely going to talk about this on a live. But let's get to what we came here for. First and foremost, let me introduce my friend Ric Flair, please.
I'm the best there is. Woo! Woo! Woo!
And if I brought Rick with me, ladies and gentlemen, that can only mean one thing. Michigan landed another top-level recruit, this time in the 2026 class, 4-star interior offensive lineman, Joshua Bear McWhorter. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a big deal. Let me explain to you a little bit before we get into, his 4-star status and what this means for Michigan and all of that. Let me explain his name. The guy's name, he's affectionately called Bear McWhorter. Do you understand why he's called Bear McWhorter? Let me explain that to you. His father was a huge fan of Alabama football. Not just Alabama football, but more specifically, former head coach of that Alabama, legendary head coach, Paul Bear Bryant. And he nicknamed his son Bear after that man. Take it a step further, Alabama had a crystal ball to land Bear McWhorter. And guess what happened? Michigan and Sharon Moore swoop in the 25th hour to snatch that away from them. Shout out to Mr. Moore and Grant Newsome and the rest of this recruiting charge. Crystal ball to Alabama. Let me tell you what Michigan's getting in Bear McWhorter. As you can see, the film speaks for itself. Now, who his running back is out of, I have no clue. His running vision is questionable, but that's neither here nor there. Bear McWhorter's doing his job. 6'3.5", 293 pounds, out of White, Georgia, attended Cass High School, rated the 385th player nationally, the 32nd ranked interior offensive lineman, and the 45th ranked player in the state of Georgia. That said, Mr. McWhorter is a dog. The film does not lie. I expect him to rocket up these rankings at the next, ranking reshuffle. He's an absolute beast on the football field, and it just adds to what Michigan has been able to do in the trenches, all right? The reason that Michigan has been so successful over the last 4 years, we obviously put a pin in last year, losing 5 games, but still finishing that season very strong with wins over you-know-who, and another win over Alabama in the same calendar year. By the way, let's stop right there. Let's put a pin in that. Michigan has beaten Alabama twice on the football field. First, they retire the GOAT, Nick Saban, in the Rose Bowl in 23. Then, or 24, technically. Then they hand a fresh shell in the ReliaQuest Bowl to the new head coach, who, by the way, received his second L to Michigan in the calendar year as well, because he was the head coach of the Washington Huskies in the national championship game. The 6 degrees of separation is crazy. We spoke about Bear McWhorter's father being a huge Alabama fan. Obviously, they watched Michigan dominate Alabama in these 2 bowl games in the same calendar year, might I add. They then had to watch Michigan pillage from Alabama and get a guy like Justice Haynes in that backfield for Michigan. They then have to watch again as Sharon Moore and Grant Newsome put the full court press on Mr. McWhorter and his young charge, Bear McWhorter, to join the Wolverines. If you want to win, you come to Michigan, basically, is the selling pitch. Bear spoke about his love of the Michigan culture, his love of the Michigan coaching staff. These are reasons that he decided to join the Wolverines. By the way, there are other pundits who are saying, don't expect this to be some drawn out thing where Alabama might jump back in and flip this recruitment. They are pretty much saying Bear's shutting it down. So this is an absolute wholesome 100% win for the Wolverines. Very important. Again, back to this film. This young man is dominant along that interior. He's pushing everybody around. Like I said, his running back, there's much to be desired there. No disrespect. Respectfully, but disrespectfully, you're wasting some very good blocks. That said, Bear McWhorter, as I pointed out earlier in the video, is absolutely doing his job. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about Bear McWhorter? What do you think about young TG and what she has to say about Michigan not being a blue blood? That's crazy to me, but that's neither here nor there either. Bear McWhorter just continues the tradition for Michigan along that offensive line, picking up 2 5-star caliber offensive linemen in the 2025 class in Andrew Babalola, Ty Haywood, also picking up 4-star interior offensive lineman, Avery Gatch, 4-star center, and Caden Strayhorn. That was in the 25 class, and they're already starting to build out that 26 class. They have some huge names on the docket along the offensive line in this class as well, including the number 1 player in the country in Jackson Cantwell out of Nixa, Missouri. They also are in heavily on Felix Ojo, another 5-star offensive tackle. It's about depth, ladies and gentlemen. And if Michigan can stack this sort of depth along the offensive line, they will continue to be a force in college football for a very long time. And especially if they can develop that talent back to Joe Moore award-winning levels, there will be no stopping the Wolverines from what they want to do in protecting 5-star quarterback Bryce Young and setting the stage for guys like Justice Haynes, Jordan Marshall, Micah Kaipana to get these lanes to run through. It's going to be a long year for everybody Michigan plays this year. But let's talk about it in the comment section. Let me know what you think of these additions. Let me know what you think about the other state and that delusional fan base, those vile, disgusting, cesspool-written Buckeyes in Columbus. Let's talk about it, all of that. Be sure to follow me everywhere at Maize Madman. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and become a member because we have great perks for our members. And of course, be there at the spring game as we will be there. We got some gifts for the first 300 people we come into contact with in A2. It's going to be a good time. Until next time, you know the slogan, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Woo! I'm the best there is. Woo! 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 Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be the best season ever. Now, ladies, we're about to go to the roof.
All right, now I'm gonna calm down. So I'm gonna calm down, son. I just don't get that all that mace and that lock and all that. I just don't get it, son, for real.
Just calm
And how
down.
the